Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel. We're back with another Watchalong, Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. My name is Jack. Welcome to the channel. And look, big game tonight. They're all big games at the moment for United. And one that you would be hoping we can go out and do well in and hopefully get a result. You know, obviously, Manchester United are holders of the Carabao Cup. So, look, really looking forward to this game. Team news is interesting as well, guys, I have to say. And we kind of predicted it in our match preview. A lot of changes for Manchester United tonight in relation to rotation. Obviously, we're playing Crystal Palace again on the weekend in the league. So, you know, it's basically 3 games in 7 days for United. So, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But I'll give you the starting lineup for Manchester United. We've got Andre Onana starts in goal. A lot of people were saying maybe Bayindir might come in, given the kind of game that it is, but Onana keeps his place. Back four then of Dalot, Varane, Maguire, and it looks like Amrabat is coming in at left back. He came on the weekend against Burnley for the injured Reguilon. Now again, it's a worry with Reguilon, really, isn't it? Because Erik ten Hag said that he was playing with an illness on the weekend, and that's why he was substituted off. But we did see that he was holding his hamstring a few minutes before he was taken off as well. So that's worrying signs there, because I mean, we're absolutely paper thin when it comes to fullbacks. Midfield then, Casemiro keeps his place. No rest for Casemiro. Hannibal also keeps his place there. And Mason Mount is back from injury. He goes straight into midfield alongside both of them. And a forward line then, Martial plays through the middle. And we've got a lot of youth on the wings. We've got Pellistri on the right and Garnacho on the left. So delighted to see the two of them getting starts. So yeah, look, I mean, it's a big, you know, an awful lot of changes there. You can see it on the screen. Anybody that's watching on YouTube, we've got the starting 11 on the screen. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But it's good to see Varane back. He's back starting. Obviously, he partners Harry Maguire, who comes in. And funnily enough, Varane is captain tonight, even though Harry Maguire is playing and Bruno Fernandes isn't. So it goes to show Erik ten Hag is kind of doubling down on the fact that he removed Harry Maguire from the captaincy. He's not really in it at all. So, you know, good to see that there as well. Happy days. Who have we got in? Ben is there. Good to see you. Easy is in from South Africa. Aaron is there as well. We've got Brad is in. Bobby is there as well. Jim Bob. Shane. Noah. Good to see you guys. Please smash a like on the video if you haven't already done so. Let's see what people are saying. Should have rested Casemiro, says Jim Bob. Happy enough apart from that. Yeah, look, I think Casemiro probably would have got a rest tonight if it hadn't have been for the injury to Reguilon. Because obviously Amrabat goes and covers that left back area. So you have to kind of keep Casemiro there. You know, like our bench as well. Let me just give you the bench, because there's a lot of players that don't even make it. Like Scott McTominay doesn't even make the bench. We've got Bayindir, Heaton, Evans, Lindelof, Fernandes, Dan Gore, Van de Beek, Hyland and Rashford. So the likes of Scott McTominay doesn't even make the bench there anyway. So I think that's probably the reason why we're seeing Casemiro play as well. So yeah, I would like to see him get a rest though. Absolutely I would. But again, I mean, there is, you know, talks that, you know, he potentially has started the season slow. So maybe more game time will suit him. I don't know. But look, we'll see what happens. Ben says, big night for Martial. It is. I mean, Martial has come under a lot of criticism over the last few weeks and months. I mean, last season when he played, he contributed quite well. The issue was he didn't play an awful lot. So you would like to see him do well tonight, hopefully score. And, you know, he's going to be that backup all season, you would have to say. He's not going to really challenge Hyland for that position, I don't think. So, you know, the more game time he can get, of course he's going to want to do well. Killian says, according to United, it's the United app, it's 3 at the back. Maybe so, maybe so. Again, it's hard to kind of, you know, you get the team news, it's hard to judge whether, you know, you play a 4-3-3, whether you play a 3-5-2, but, you know, we'll pretty much know straight away as soon as the game kicks off. Oshin says, do you think that Casemiro and Amrabat will both start regularly or just one of them? Yeah, I can see them both starting regularly. Absolutely. I think Amrabat is well versed to playing the number 8 role nearly, where he can do a box-to-box role. He does give us the defensive aspect on the transition. And, I mean, his range of passing is very good as well. So, you know, I think Amrabat and Casemiro are going to play an awful lot together. And then you've got to see, you know, Mason Mount coming back as well. I mean, it's all about depth, especially in that midfield. You know, the more headaches Eric Ten Hag can have, the better it's going to be for us. Cliff says, hi Jack, hope you're well. Come on United, good to see you. Thanks for joining, Cliff. Shane says, what the hell happened to Van de Beek? Can't even get a start in the EFL Cup game. Well, look, I mean, this is how Eric Ten Hag works, really, isn't it? He basically laid it on the line to a number of players throughout the summer that you're not in my plans. I think it's time for you to move on. And we've seen Harry Maguire basically refuse to move. And Donny van de Beek had a number of offers and a number of opportunities to leave, and he didn't take any of them. So Eric Ten Hag is just going to say, okay, well, that's fair enough. If you don't want to go, then fine. You're still not in my plans, and I'll only use you when I really, really have to. I mean, Donny van de Beek is not even registered for the Champions League squad, so it goes to show where he is in the pecking order. Is Squarehead playing? He is centre-back. David says, why on earth put a midfielder in defence? Well, look, Amrabat has played, I think there was a stat there that he's played in every position for his country, barring goal, I think. So he's able to play multiple positions. He's like a John O'Shea for all the world, where you can play him in midfield, you can play him at the back. So I think he's comfortable enough with a lot of positions. Frankie, thanks for the gifts, much appreciated. What channel is it on? It's on Sky Sports, guys. Sky Sports. Anybody else that's in the chat that maybe knows where else it's on, help each other out there. Put it up in the chat where you're watching it. Let's see what other people are saying here as well. I think Johnny Evans should start, yeah, well, look, I mean, let's not get too carried away with Johnny Evans. Really good game from him the other night, absolutely. But the chances of Johnny Evans starting 2 games in 3 days is always going to be slim. It really is. Killian says, I would like to see Binder because he needs game time because he will be covering during the AFCON. Yeah, absolutely. He will get game time. I'm, under no illusions that he will. He'll play games, whether it'll Carabao Cup, whether it'll be FA Cup, whether it'll be maybe games against the likes of Copenhagen at home. Who knows? But he certainly will get game time before Onana goes. And I think is Onana 100% going to the AFCON? I don't know if it's confirmed yet. Easy says, I think it's a good team he's picked. Let's give everybody a chance. Absolutely. And Niall is in as well. Good to see you, Niall. Thanks for joining us again. Let's see. Let's hope United perform better and score more goals, says Chris. But look, I'm looking forward to it, I have to say. Really am. As well, guys, anybody on TikTok, like I said, as always, if you do want the full experience, get over to the YouTube channel. We're live over there as well. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all on the screen. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Go check it out, hit subscribe, get into the chat. Sen says, Ericsson gave me his jersey in Dublin, so I'm happy. Happy days. Killian says, I've heard they are having meetings about Onana going to AFCON, but we never know. And No Name says, how are we supposed to get the best out of Amrabat playing at left back? Yeah, look, I mean, needs must here, you have to say. And I think, he strikes me as the type of player that will, boss, I will play wherever you want me to play, no problem. And look, left back is not going to be his long-term position. It really, really isn't. But, needs must, and we need cover at left back at the moment. So he's got to do it. Where do you watch the game? It's on Sky Sports, guys. Tom Aldino is in and says Maguire. I know, but sure, look, what can we do? I would rather play him in this game tonight than have to play him on the weekend against Crystal Palace again. And there's always that bit of a dilemma, really, isn't there? When you play a team back-to-back twice in a week or, in consecutive games, that the managers tend to kind of keep a little bit in terms of tactics, in terms of rotation, kind of keep the cards close to their chest. They don't want to give too much away in the first game because, obviously you've got to play them again a few days later, Let's see, Caden says, glad Martial is getting a chance. It was class against Bayern. He was in the short period of time, but he's got to do it consistently. That's the problem with Martial. Dylan says, what channel is it on, Jack? Sky Sports. Sky Sports, it's on, guys. Niall says, I hear some players are telling Sancho to cop himself on and apologise and get back to playing football. Yeah, so look, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm sure you all do, but the Sancho situation has kind of, it's gotten out of hand a little bit, in my opinion. You know, obviously, players supposedly have come out. You know, I think it's Scott McTominay, Marcus Rashford, a couple of other players have come out and said, listen, you need to apologise and put this behind you because it's not good for anybody. And look, I'm under no illusions that Jadon Sancho's time at Manchester United will come to an end in January. He will be gone. I really do think that. And I am so 100% behind the manager here. And I think a lot of people who, when this initially broke and it initially came out, were kind of giving out about how Erik ten Hag treated him. And it's all coming to the fore now. Jadon Sancho's up till 3 o'clock in the morning playing FIFA online. I've no problem with the guy playing FIFA. That's no problem. Whatever he wants to do in his spare time, absolutely. No issue with that. But supposedly that's the reason why he's missing training. You know, not just with United, but back with Dortmund and even going back as far as his City days. The reports are suggesting that he's very unprofessional. And that is a real worry for Manchester United. And I think that's the main reason why Erik ten Hag is cutting ties with him. And he's dead right, because you can't have any passengers if you want to get back to the top where Manchester United need to be. You cannot have any passengers. And at the moment, Jadon Sancho is a big passenger with a massive transfer behind him. You know, he came with huge potential and great expectation, and he hasn't lived up to it. He really hasn't. So, yeah, tough. Aaron, thanks for the 2 months. Official member of the YouTube channel. Really appreciate it, my friend. As well, guys, while I'm on the subject, if you do want to become an official member and get some extra content on the YouTube channel, the link is in the description. Go check out the options there. Any of the official members do get a chance to come on the match reaction videos with us. We do them live after each Manchester United game. We're doing one again tonight at 10 o'clock where we give our match reaction. We get some of the official members on. They come on screen with us, have a chat, let us know what they think. So that's something you do think you might want to be interested in. Click the link in the description. Check out the options there. And yeah, happy days. Sam says, I swear United always get the same opponent in the League Cup and the league in the same week. Gary says, have ye the beating of Palace tonight? Have ye back? Well, I hope so. Like I said, there's a lot of rotation after happening. Obviously, Varane is back, which is great. Maguire is in beside him. Amrabat is in at left back. Hannibal Mount is back in midfield. We've got Pellistri, Martial and Garnacho, a completely changed top three from the last game as well. So let's hope we can get the job done. Thanks to all the followers as well, guys. Dylan, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Anna, thanks for the follow. Jamie, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, guys. Much appreciated. Happy days. Glad Varane is captain for this match, says Caden. Yeah, me too. Me too. Keane says, I think it'll be more of a back three with Amrabat as a sweeper. Maybe so. Maybe so. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But look, it's certainly a game that we can't take for granted. I mean, Crystal Palace are going to be... Are not going to be an easy team to beat. They never are. You know, they never are. You always get a difficult game. I mean, Roy Hodgson is a good manager. I have to say, I've always thought highly of him. And they've got some good attacking players, in fairness. And when we look at the attacking lineup, or the starting lineup for Crystal Palace, you know, they have made some changes as well. But they still got the likes of Jordan Ayew is there. Jeffrey Schlupp is in the team. So, I mean, they've made some changes as well. Both teams seem to be prioritising the Premier League game on the weekend more so than this game. So, you know, but they've got players like Eze to come off the bench. Who else have they got there? Will Hughes. Gahey is a good player as well. You know, so, I mean... we can't take them for granted. That's the main thing. But on paper, United should really have enough to get the job done. Really, really should. The Shield of Ballycastle is in. He says, hey, United Community Channel, how are you, sir? All good. Thanks for joining us again, my friend. You gotta love Roy Hodgson, says Niall. Absolutely. Yeah, get your score predictions into the chat as well, guys. Let me know what way you think the game is going to go. Do you think it's going to be a United win? Do you think it's going to be a Palace win? I mean... Could go all the way to penalties. You never know. So yeah, let me know what you think. So yeah, looking forward to it. And the games are coming thick and fast as well. And I mean, the only downside is that we've got another bloody international break in 2 weeks' time. So yeah, it's not ideal. It really isn't. Let's see what people are saying here. Score predictions. Caden says 3-1 United. Keane says 2-0 United. Kyla says 3-1 United. Dalton is saying 2-1 United. Shauna is 2-1 to Palace. Mario says 2-1. Harry says 2-0. Yos, thanks for the follow. Gav, thanks for the follow. 1-1 says JC. United on penalties. There we go. So happy days. Twigs is in. Good to see you, pal. Story, Jackie boy. Ben is going 2-1 United. I think, what did I do in my match prediction? I think I went 2-0 to United. 2-0 to United, I went with. Ebby is saying 1-0. Shane is saying 5-0. David 1-0 United. Yeah, so look, majority of people going with United, you would have to say. United are favourites coming into the game. So, happy days. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's important that we do get a win tonight more than anything else. You know, like, past couple of games when we've been on, the receiving end of some... Of a few losses, you would be saying you want better performances, you want wins. But I think to build a bit of maybe momentum, a bit of positivity within the club, and a bit of confidence within the squad as well, wins. Win at all costs. And let's hope we can do it tonight. But it's not going to be easy. Finally, Garnacho starts, says A. Yeah, and it's... I won't say I'm worried about Garnacho, but I mean, he has struggled to get into the team this season, you would have to say. And I mean, even when you see the likes of Anthony missing, Sancho missing, you'd be thinking, just this is Garnacho's chance now to get into the team, and he still hasn't really broken into the team. And I mentioned it on the last game. Is it a stubbornness out of the player to not want to play on the right and maybe play on the left? Because, I mean, the left is going to be Rashford's. It really is. As much as I do think that Rashford should be subject to dropping just like everybody else, I think he could have easily been dropped over the last few weeks, given some of the performances he put in. It's interesting. It's interesting why Garnacho hasn't been starting. But look, I'm sure the manager has his reasons. Trust the manager on whatever he does. And but it's good to see Garnacho getting a start tonight, and let's hope he takes the opportunity. Ben says, same as the players playing tonight. If they win, get more game time. Absolutely. Let's see. Caden says, I think once Garnacho starts more, he'll finally find his confidence and stop being just a super sub. Keane says, Garnacho off the bench is better than Garnacho starting, still so young and serious potential. Yeah, I mean, you have to be careful about how much game time you give players as well. You really do. Did you not want Garnacho to get the number 7 jersey? I didn't mind, to be honest. It didn't bother me that he didn't get it, but I would have been happy for him if he did. I think it was probably the right decision not to give it to him in hindsight, because it's a lot of pressure. I mean, we've seen the pressure that Mason Mount has gotten by taking that jersey, and he's only played 2 games for United. So it is a big responsibility to take on that number 7 jersey. So maybe it was probably for the best that he didn't get it, Charlie is in, he's saying 2-1 to United. Aaron says, I'll go 3-1. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet with Captain Chaotic at the back, even though I would like to see them play. I hope we don't have to use Bruno, Rashford and Highland. Absolutely. It's one of them games where you'd hope we can get a couple of goals up and manage the game without having to bring on the main players that you want to keep for the league game on the weekend. Brian is in. Good to see you, Brian. Really hoping Mabry has a game. We'll be saying this is where he became a star. Yeah, look, and again, he falls into that category for me that I'm not going to be putting any pressure on the kid. This is his first season getting some game time with United, so we have to be patient with him, like we do with all of the youngsters. We really do. So I'm all for it. But yeah, like I said, when you are a player like that who's on the
the fringes of the team and on the fringes of the squad at times. When you do get your opportunity, you have to take it. Now, I think he's played well in the last 2 games he's played. So, yeah, I'm happy for him. I mean, he scored against Brighton, played well when he came on. Had a good game then against Burnley on the weekend. So he stays in the team, and Ten Hag has made that quite clear from the second he walked into Manchester United that if you play well, you'll keep your place, Now, obviously there's rotation and you have to rest players and all that as well, but on the whole, if you play well, you will keep your place. Simple as that, Shane says Rashford can come on, won't make any difference at the weekend anyway. Cliff says, I'm sure it will be a completely different team when we play them at the weekend. Yeah, absolutely. Ansel says, is anyone going to beat Man City? Well, no team is unbeatable, but I mean, it's certainly they're certainly the clear favourites for the Premier League already. It's great to see Hannibal starting, says David. Yeah, absolutely. Problem is that we continue to play players that aren't playing well, says Shane. Well, see, that's the issue when you've got so many injuries that United have. We don't have the luxury of rotation. Now, the last maybe week or so, we've seen some players come back. Obviously, Amrabat is fully fit now, it looks like. Varane is back. Mason Mount is back. So we're starting to see a small bit of rotation. But prior to that, for the last few weeks, we literally had the bare bones of a starting 11. So, yeah, you have to take the rough with the smooth. Aaron says, I really hope Mount has a good game. I'm still confident he can be an important player for us, even though he didn't have a great start. Now, look, we can't judge Mason Mount. He's played 2 games for us. You know what I mean? Albeit them 2 games, his performances weren't spectacular by any means. But you cannot judge Mason Mount off of 2 games. You just can't. Give him 2 months and see what type of performance he puts in, But I think he's going to be a good player for us, and I think he's another player we just have to be patient with. Aaron is in. He says, hello from Spain. Hope you're enjoying the continent, Aaron. Hope the weather is good. Shane says, rotation is a problem, true. Sad we haven't got the depth like other teams. Well, I think that's something that Ten Hag is trying to work on, but he hasn't been backed properly in the transfer market. He really hasn't. Now, people will say, and especially opposition fans, you spend 150 million or whatever. Yes, but how many signings that we made this season were Ten Hag's first choice? I give you a hint. There it is right there. 0. Wanted Harry Kane. Didn't get him. Wanted Declan Rice. Didn't get him. Who else did he want? He wanted Kim Min-jae. Didn't get him. So, probably the only first choice that he wanted was Onana. And even, I think, at that, I think if we had have got a Harry Kane or a Declan Rice or a Kim Min-jae, I think Onana probably would have been put on the back burner and we probably wouldn't have gone for him as easily or as quickly as we did. I think he was prioritising centre forward, centre midfield and centre back first, because we knew, going into the transfer market, coming to the end of it, there was still an option there to, actually go ahead and sign the contract for De Gea and so on and so forth. So, yeah, but he hasn't been backed properly in the transfer market. That's certain. That's for sure. It's bad when our best signing is Johnny Evans. No, I disagree. I think Highland has been a great signing so far. I think he's played really well. I think Onana has been okay. He hasn't been terrible. Obviously, he made a really poor mistake. Of course he did. And he let in a soft goal against Brighton. But I think it's mainly been positive out of him. It's a trouble when you're getting the likes of Amrabat on loan. I mean, that just goes to show the desperate nature of Manchester United's transfer policy. It's just scattergun approach. It really is. Shane says, Harry Kane would have made such a difference. He's a great playmaker. Highland is starved for delivery. Yeah, well, look. I think Highland will score goals because let's take our main creator is Bruno Fernandes. there hasn't been a major drop-off in Bruno Fernandes's chance creation. What has happened is the quality of play by Manchester United, the quality of our general all-round game is not up to standard. Now, you can put that down to formation, you can put that down to tactics, you can put that down to personnel being missing, and just down to bad performances in general. But I think we are moving in the right direction, slowly but surely. And I think once we do get up to full speed with a full squad, I think we'll see Rasmus Højlund score goals. I really do. So yeah, anyway. Thanks everybody hitting the follow button as well. Celtic Boy, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Aaron, thanks for the follow as well. Much appreciated, guys. Like I said, if anybody on TikTok wants the full experience, we're live over on YouTube. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11. Head over there, hit subscribe. United Community Channel on YouTube. Link is on my homepage as well. Go check it out. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, which is great. Going to try and hit the 5,000 subscriber mark before Christmas. So if you can help us out and you're watching on TikTok, that YouTube icon is on my homepage. Just click the button, hit subscribe, and if you want to come back to TikTok, by all means do. But yeah, I appreciate the support. But yeah, thanks everybody on YouTube as well, guys. If you haven't already done so, hit the thumbs up button for me, hit subscribe, hit the share button as well for anybody you think might want to watch. Share on your social medias, share with friends. More people we have in, the better chat we have, the better banter that's in the chat. So, yeah, building a nice little community here. Aaron says, who's playing at centre-back? We've got Varane and Maguire. Varane and Maguire. Connor says Kane was never going to go to United. Well, he was, Connor, because he was saying that he was willing to wait for Manchester United next summer. But Spurs weren't willing to allow him to leave for free. Report only last week said that if no one came in for him, he was happy to wait until for United the following summer and leave on a free. So yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Sorry, just fixing my headphones here. Trying to get them set up before the start. One sec, guys. Just trying to set up my headphones here. Battery's gone dead in one of them. Right, there we go. Happy days. Happy days. Right, we're ready to rock and roll. What channel is on? It's on Sky Sports, guys. Anybody in the chat that's watching it on any other, anywhere else, let each other know. Help each other out in the chat there. Let's see. David says, Garnacho and Pellistri and Mount hopefully have a great game. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, let me take a drink of water here before we get started. Right, give me 1 sec. I'm going to put the dog out. But happy days. Here we go. Nearly ready to rock. Luke is in. It says, is Varane captain? He certainly is, Luke. Yes. He is captain. He is captain. Well, and we mentioned it already. It goes to show Erik ten Hag, I mean, when he removed Harry Maguire as captain, he meant it. You know, he absolutely meant it. So he did. So, but anyway, look, I mean, the manager is in charge. He makes his decisions and, you know, you stick by him. Happy days. I'm all for it. I am all for it. Putting Messi outside. I am. He's whinging here beside me. So he's gone. Not a true United fan. But let's have a look here now, and we get a view here straight away of the of the formation and who's playing where. Obviously, Amrabat is the main one. Is he going to play at left back, or are we going to play a three at the back? I don't know, but anyway, let's get Love Hearts in the chat for United. Let's go. Let me see him. Come on now, big game here now tonight, defending the Carabao Cup. Let's go. Just waiting on the referee's whistle, and we're up and running. We are up and running. Come on, United. Let's go now. Couple of early goals here now would be lovely. Hope, you don't want to be having to use the likes of Marcus Rashford, Rasmus Højlund, these types of players off the bench. Give them a rest, But it is a back four, that's for sure. Amrabat is playing at left back. Casemiro, Hannibal, and here's Dalot now coming down the right-hand side. Crystal Palace get the ball back. Good pressure by United. Hannibal, Palestri pressing him high. Mason Mount lively in the early minute or so here. Invalid is in. Good to see you. Let's go. Good to see everyone in. Thomas is there. Daniel, Matt. Good to see you guys. Party Booer says, nothing would make me happier than Dean Henderson having an awful game. Oh, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Varane gives a free away there on the halfway line. Control in this game, look. Control is important here. Dictating the tempo. Early goals, hopefully. Settle down. Manage the game. I think we managed the game quite well, actually, against Burnley the other night. Burnley did have the majority of the possession, but United were kind of set up in a way. Obviously, with Johnny Evans at the back, we played a low block. You're not going to be playing on the halfway line with Johnny Evans. And we basically just allowed Burnley to have as much possession as they wanted between their goalkeeper and their back four. And once we got the goal up, I think we managed the game pretty well. Tim says, Amrabat left back. Yeah, look, disappointing, but needs must. Like I said already, he's there to do a job, and he seems like the type of player that will just play wherever the manager asks him. But that's not going to be his. That's not going to be his position throughout the season. He's just doing a job for us at the moment, and happily, I suppose, happy enough we've got a player that can do it. But yeah, all a bit sideways so far, guys, in the opening 3 minutes or so here. Palestri now coming down the right-hand side, cutting inside. Palace are very quick to get nearly every man behind the ball as soon as they lose it as well. Dale is in. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us. Daniel, thanks for the follow. David says, I've got Varane as first goal scorer, 40-1, and Hannibal anytime. I hope it comes in for you, pal. Anthony, thanks for the follow as well. Amrabat, our fullbacks in general, Amrabat and Dalot, when the players on the opposite side to him, they're stepping into midfield to make up the numbers. I've seen a lot of teams do this lately, to be honest. It kind of makes a little bit of space for our wide players then as well. Interesting tactic. But United comfortable in possession here at the moment. Pinning Crystal Palace back. Just keeping the ball. And this is what we want. Keep the ball, dictate the play. Don't be in any hurry. Adam says, still stuck in Edinburgh, lads, but I'll be home to watch the game on the weekend. No problem, pal. Stay safe. Luke says, any word On the whole Jadon Sancho situation, in my opinion, I think Ten Hag has done good. Yeah, I think he's done really good. I don't think Jadon Sancho plays for Manchester United again unless he apologises. And by the looks of it, it doesn't seem like he is going to apologise. So, lovely little ball by Mount. Casemiro slips the ball. Down the wrong channel. Good pressure by Pellistri. Crystal Palace eventually cleared their lines. Good play by United. Good opening 5 minutes here by United, dictating the play. A lot of ball coming down this right-hand side for Pellistri. Here he is now, running at the full-back. Good play by him, really positive. Gets into the box, tries to pull it back to Mount. Eventually he gets crowded out. Good positive running by him though. Yeah, good interception by Varane. United are putting on a lot of pressure here. Harry, just pass the ball, man. Here's Delon now, bit of space. Josh says, this is Varane's second match back after injury, isn't it? I'd say after this, he'll be injured again. Well, he came on only for the final, I think, 10 minutes the other night. This is his first start. Watching from work, like usual, hoping there's no manager around. Good pal, good pal. I hope you're enjoying it. Don't work too hard. I know I don't. Pellistri is class, says Aaron. Yeah, he's got the potential, all right. Absolutely, he does. It's all about whether he makes that right side his own now that he's got the opportunity. You know, and Ten Hag has said that on numerous occasions. Players will get their opportunity, but they have to take it. Nice switch ball there by Amrabat. Across to Delot, fullback to fullback. Delot cuts inside. Little layoff. Amrabat over the bar. Over the bar. Good play. Fullback to fullback. Yeah, our fullbacks are tucking in an awful lot and making up the extra numbers in midfield. Yeah, he puts his laces through it and drives it up into Rose's head. Little side footer was needed. Little bit of whip and dip. Great pressure there by Mason Mount. Just loses out on it in the end. Here's Ayew now down the left-hand side. Nice little ball into the box. Squared. Harry Maguire with a good interception. Very good defending by Maguire there. Yeah, I mean, it was a free shot and goal only for it. And Palace have a free about 15 yards outside the box. Good defending by Maguire. Good positioning. Credit where credit is due. Yeah, it was a tap-in only for Maguire's interception. Maguire is back. Have flashbacks of Varane with Amrabat's shot, yeah. Owen says, what channel is it on? It's on Sky Sports. Henderson be happy. Gets me to number 1 at Old Trafford for a night. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like we're on top, says Aaron. Yeah, we are. Chance now for Crystal Palace, though. They've got a free kick. Good bit outside the box. It'll be an unbelievable goal if they were to score from this distance, but still a free kick United have to defend. Yeah, a little chip to the back post. Martial is there with a good header away, and Delort clears the second ball. Good header away by Maguire. But Crystal Palace pick up the pieces. Do you like Johnny Evans? I do. Yeah, I do. I don't think he's the long-term solution for Manchester United, but I do like him. Stephen says, hopefully this game isn't too stressful. Yeah, hopefully not, Stephen. Look, we're doing okay so far. Just get that goal. And then we can all breathe, Tim says, your gameplay is faster than I'm watching, Jack. You can pause me, Tim, if you're watching on YouTube, which you obviously are. You can hit pause on my live. And obviously we've got the timer on the screen. So just match it up to whatever you're on the TV. And then Bob's your uncle. But yeah, 10 minutes gone. A lot of possession out of United. No real chances created. Palace sitting deep. No one really getting in behind. So what an assist the last day, yeah. Johnny Evans, unreal. Should have scored as well. Should have had a goal. I still don't think it should have been disallowed. Amrabat, another lovely big switch over to Pellistri. Lovely first touch as well out of him. Oh, they just get him and Delo get tangled up with each other. But United keep possession. Varane goes all the way back to Onana. I'm 40 seconds ahead. Yeah, so anybody watching on YouTube, guys, you can pause my live. I have it set that you can just pause it at any time. So if you do want to sync the TV with the live, then you can. And anybody watching on TikTok, obviously you can't pause it on TikTok. But if you do want to sync up the game with how we're watching it here, you can head over to YouTube and do that over there. Amrabat all the way over on the right wing, chasing down a man. Casemiro goes all the way back to Onana. It's good. It's sensible play by United, but we haven't got a lot of penetration so far. A lot of possession, not a lot of penetration. It's like when you're out years ago as a young lad, out in the town, chat to loads of women, but you don't pull any of them. Loads of possession, not very much penetration. Chatting to loads of women, not pulling any of them. Story of me life. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the cause of this is the fact that, Crystal Palace are getting 11 men behind the ball. The second they lose it, they're getting men behind the ball. They're sitting deep. And I suppose that's been United's issue over the last, not just since Ten Hag, but even going back as far as Solskjaer, getting into the final third and not really having that killer instinct to create much. But obviously it's something Eric Ten Hag has been working on. I think we have improved on it, but not to the levels that you would see with a Manchester City or even a Liverpool, for example. But it's something that United need to be careful with here as well, because, having all of the possession, and it's counter-attacking football off of Crystal Palace that we need to be careful of. And the worry over the last few weeks is that we've been quite poor in the transition. And ball into Martial is too long. Yeah, we've been poor in the transition, slow in the transition, so it's something we do need to keep an eye on tonight, absolutely. Stephen says, do you think Sancho will make it back to the team? I think he needs to be sold in January. Yeah, I think he'll go in January. Whether he apologises between now and then and gets some game time, yeah, I think he'll go, and I think he should go. You don't publicly out the manager like that. Could you imagine someone done that to Ferguson? Keith says, hi, bro. Hope you're well. Aston Villa crew, love your accent. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Oh. Hello. Were you over in Nanny and Grandad's house? Yeah? You coming in to say goodnight to everybody? Right, let's have a look here now. We'll see. There's Harry Maguire. Look, he's terrible. There you are there, look. Say hi, everybody. Huh?
Mommy?
Yes?
Get my milk.
Get your milk. There you go, there's your milk. What do you say? What do you say?
Ata.
Ta-ta, good girl. Oh, gosh. There's Harry Maguire on the ball. Who's your favourite football team?
United.
United. And who do we not like?
Apple.
Liverpool, exactly. We're going to work in another couple of teams now that you're able to say Liverpool. So, United is your favourite team, and the teams you don't like are Liverpool and City. Can you say Liverpool and City?
Apple and City.
Good girl. All right, we're learning. On to phase 2. So we are. On to phase 2. Liverpool and City. Now you're going to go to bed? Say good night to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Look at him and say good night. Wave.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good girl.
I'm going to read a book.
You're going to read a book. Good girl.
Donkey book.
The donkey book. The donkey book. Good girl. You're the best child.
All the time. Do you want a new book?
The donkey one.
Like yesterday.
Good girl. Good night. Training her well, so we are. Oh, Sheena's in, good to see you, pal. Leeds would be easy enough to say as well. That's another one I must get her on. Yeah, absolutely. Teaching them young. Dean Henderson is injured. Couldn't happen to a nicer. I won't say the last word. Poor old Dean. Niall says, Jez, when mine were that age, it was World War III trying to get them to bed. In fairness, she's a dream trying to get to bed. And she doesn't wake. Bed at 8 o'clock. She doesn't wake till 7:30 the next morning. Brilliant. Can't complain. Keep smashing the like button, guys, if you haven't already done so. Let's try and get to 10,000 likes before half time on TikTok. If you have a second, tap the screen a few times. Gets more people into the chat. You know, so if you have a second, tap the screen. Hit the follow button as well, just like Philip did. Appreciate it, Philip. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. And anybody on YouTube, if you haven't already done so, please do hit the thumbs up button for me as well. And hit subscribe. Dean will probably blame the Man United medical team. I know. There's some boos going around Old Trafford. Small boos, but boos nonetheless. Martial, don't be hugging him. Aaron says, donkey book. Is that about Harry Maguire? I must go up and check. I want to make sure there's not a picture of Maguire in it. Right, so Dean Henderson is off. You'll eat your words when baby Sancho comes along. A sibling rivalry is a bitch. I have it times 4. I will never have it times 4, I can tell you that. Mario thinks Casemiro needs to leave. Alright, okay, fair enough. What's the score? It's 0-0, 19 minutes gone. Tinclair, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Jack says Dean Henderson looks fecked. I hope he done his cruise shit. Mr. Bean says, just like Eden Hazard, on and off instantly. Sean, thanks for the follow as well. Much appreciated, guys. Brent says, bye-bye, Dean. He deserves no recognition. There we go. Mario says hello from Texas. Yeah, so Sam Johnson is on. He's another ex-United player, isn't he? Oh, she says, I'm surprised I still have a youthful, good looks, 4 kids, and I follow United. It's not easy, isn't it now? Paul says, can't believe the comments on TikTok. So what? Henderson said stuff you don't get joy from a player being injured. No, I don't get joy. Like, I hope he's not, I hope he's back for the next game, but playing against us doesn't bother me. Here's Palestri now. Little ball inside to Delo on the intern. Pulls it across. Oh, goal! Man, a Garnacho by. There we go. 1-0. Alejandro. And he does Ronaldo that bit, but not the... it's a well-worked goal. Palestri made it. Garnacho finished it. Between Palestri and Delo down that right-hand side, they've been really good in the opening 20 minutes or so here. Delighted to see Garnacho get the goal. It actually starts with Garnacho on the left-hand side. Gets it back to Mount and a lovely crossfield ball to Palestri. Delo makes an underlapping run and drills one across the edge of the box. And Garnacho just gets all the way in the box, really takes a chance on it. And the ball is just behind him. He digs out a shot and buries it. 1-0 to United. And to be honest with you, the pressure is paid off. We deserve to be 1-0 up. Happy days. Nice one. Happy days. Come on. Viva Garnacho. Running down the wing. Hey, United sing. Happy days. 1-0. And that's the comfort blanket that you need now. Now, not to say we need to be sitting back and, sitting on this 1-0 win. Go and get another one now. But, you would have been hoping that the pressure that we put on Crystal Palace with all of the possession that we had so on would pay off in terms of a goal, and it has. So, let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Is there VAR tonight, says Oshin? Yeah, there is. There is. Oliver says, why did Dino get subbed? He's injured. Let's see. Henderson knew the goal was coming. Smart man faking that injury, says Party Pooper. Paul says, every time I put United in my bets, the other team wins. Just my luck. What round is it? It's the first round. First round. Who scored there was on the phone. Garnacho scored, Luke. Oh, the collar. Oh, jeez, the collar. I forgot all about the collar. We haven't had this in a while. Wearing last year's jersey for a change. Collar goes up. Brem says, the future is bright. Garnacho, Menu, Hannibal, Palestri. If we could just get the club sold and start moving in the right direction. Absolutely, absolutely. Do you think Mount will score, says Oliver? Let's see what happens. He's been playing well so far. Said some really good passes. There's another really good one. Delo is into the box here. Gets a strike off. Good save. And Palace clear their lines. And we're getting great eye down that right-hand side. Delo's getting in behind an awful lot. Lovely ball out of Mason Mount. Has to be said. Varane does really well. Really good defending there. Chris is in. Spurs knocked out first round. Oh, have they? I actually didn't see any of the other results. Happy days. Happy days. Nice run from Palestri, says John. Yeah, absolutely. How's Amrabat today? Playing well. Yeah, playing well. Party Boober says, do you think Mount and Bruno can play together, or should it be one or the other? I think they need to learn each other's games. I think that's vitally important. But I do think they can play together. I think we're probably going to see Mount on the right-hand side an awful lot now that, Anthony and Sancho are gone. But yeah, let's see what happens. Options, though. Options. She says, I had a horrible dream last night that the Glazers pulled out of the sale. Jesus. That is the worst nightmare you could ever think of. Yeah, every time we get on the ball, we're looking for that right-hand side. Getting good joy. Good tracking back there by Garnacho. Lovely touch by Martial. United have advantage here. Here's Garnacho. Oh, Mount. Oh, Palestri. Oh, what a defensive tackle. What a brilliant tackle there. Credit where credit is due. What a great play by United there, it has to be said. Work through the middle. Martial takes the challenge, but Garnacho picks it up, plays a lovely little ball into Mason Mount, gets lucky with a deflection. Mount with a beautiful little pass to Palestri, who takes a shot, and the defender gets a foot in at the last minute to get the block. Brilliant defensive play, and it's a corner to United. Great play. Oh yeah, he's really has to get his timing right there, or else it's a penalty. It's a brilliant tackle. Corner now, Mason Mount swings it in. Header, Casemiro! 2-0! Get up, Ovid! Happy days! Nice one! Lovely ball out of Mason Mount. He's been playing well, Mason Mount. And look, I know it's a corner, but you've got to get him right. And Casemiro loses his man. He's got a header about 8 or 9 yards out. Far side of the goal. Glancing header. Keeper has no chance. I just don't understand why teams don't have players on the post anymore. It doesn't make any sense to me. No player on either post. Lovely outswinger. Casemiro gets up. Nobody there. I mean, why don't you have a player on the post? But who cares? It's 2-0 to Manchester United. Happy days. In the driver's seat. Lovely stuff. Delighted for Casemiro as well. A lot of criticism at the start of the season, so really happy for him. First goal on a corner in a while, says Chris. Yeah, it is actually. Good point. But yeah, United are 2-0 up here, guys. Goals from Garnacho and Casemiro. The team needs this, says John. Absolutely, John. Absolutely. Said it before the game. Goals. Now control the game. You've got that kind of comfort blanket there now where you can say, all right, we can dictate the tempo here now. He's our top goal scorer so far this season, says Party Pooper. Now that is a concern. Hannibal gets a yellow card for what? Yeah. He trips him. Yep. We need to keep at them, hammer them for a bit of confidence. Absolutely. Put as many goals as you can past these lads now. As many as you can. Oshin says, great to get Casemiro off at the half and get Donny on or Gore even, as well as Varane. The rest of the team need a run and confidence build. Yep, absolutely. Crystal Palace are in down the right hand side here. Well done, Amrabat. Good defending. Referee, well done. Free out. Good stuff out of Amrabat there. Nick is in. Gutted Henderson went off before those goals. He's seen the writing on the wall, so he did. Oliver says, this is Mount's game to prove himself. Yeah, I mean, look, I said it before the game, lads. I mean, Mason Mount has had 2 games for Manchester United competitively this season. So you cannot judge him off of 2 games. You just can't. Brem says, look at the pressing from the wingers. What Rashford doesn't do, it's so obvious he needs dropping. There you go. Well, he's dropped tonight. It's up to the players that are in now to take advantage, you know. Graham says Amrabat looks decent. He does, in fairness. Johnny Evans is a red devil. What's the score? It's 2-0 to Manchester United. Goals from Garnacho and Casemiro. Half an hour gone. Damn ads. Yeah. I can skip them sometimes, and if, you know, obviously I would skip them if you know, something important is happening, but look, it helps out the stream. Here's Palestri down the right hand side now. Good block in, offside. Any word on Reguilon's injury, or is he okay? Yeah, it's a concern for me now. Obviously, Ten Hag never gives much away when it comes to injuries, and he did say he was brought off on the weekend because he was playing with illness. But, I mean, he was holding his hamstring 5 minutes before he went off. So, let's see. The only way we will find out about Reguilon is in pre-match press conferences with Ten Hag. Is he available this weekend? And he'll say no. You'll never really get a length of time of how long he's going to be out or anything like that. Great stuff by Palestri. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant play. And here's Mount now, looking very positive as well. Good play by him as well. Gets it to Hannibal. Back to Mount. Back to Hannibal. Lovely little play with him. Go on, Mount. Get there, son. Just a little bit too heavy by Hannibal. Great play by the two of them, though. Mount is looking sharp, in fairness to him. Oshin says, I want Mount to work, but I'm not sure where he fits in the team. I don't understand why he was our first signing in a position we were well stocked in over another position we were struggling in. But I will back him all the way while he wears the red and white, or white, and maybe even the green and white. I think the reason why we signed him first is because I think there's 2 reasons. First and foremost, obviously, we were working for other players at the same time, you know. I think probably the main reason Eric Ten Hag signed him was to try and force other players out of the club. You know, if you're Scott McTominay or Donny van de Beek and Mason Mount is coming in, you're going to go, right, well, that's maybe my time up. And I don't think Eric Ten Hag expected the likes of them players to actually dig their heels in so much and say, I'm not fucking leaving. You know what I mean? And I think that's probably why. But I think Eric Ten Hag had a clear vision on the type of players and personalities he wanted within his squad. And if he couldn't get a first-choice striker or he couldn't get a centre-back at all, I can understand why he moved on to Mason Mount. Chris says, Mount holds the ball better than Bruno. He does, but he doesn't create as much as Bruno. So there's a trade-off, really, isn't there? There's a trade-off. Today we look better. Benched Rashford for the youngsters. Once we attack, we aren't stopping, says Eddie. Dan says up Liverpool. Come on, Dan. No one's perfect, I suppose. KC, that answer took a while. If you were on the radio, they'd cut to ads. Yeah, they probably would. Here's Palace in now down the right hand side. Amrabat, lovely block. Get out for a goal kick. Oh, it just keeps it in. Amrabat is defending well, in fairness to him. Aaron says Rashford thinks he's a young Ronaldo. Donkey track back, but CR7 scored and created more. Niall says we're borderline on homegrown players as well. So if Maguire and McTominay left, we'd be short numbers of required. Maybe so. But I don't, maybe not, because United were open to selling them. So, I don't know. We need to see if we can play Bruno and Mount together, says Chris. Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you are sticking with us as well, guys. Like I said, after the game, we're going to be doing the match reaction video. Some of the official members will be coming on with us. Any of the official members of the YouTube channel can come on with us if you want. If you're not an official member of the channel, the link is in the description. Go check it out. See the options. And yeah, you can come live with us at 10 o'clock tonight and give your opinion on the game that's being played at the moment. So yeah, go check out the options. Some extra content, badge beside your name, all that kind of stuff. Emojis, all that good stuff. So yeah, and of course it helps out the channel, so appreciate it. Do you think we will win the Champions League, says Nick? No, maybe, but no. Up there, yes. Up there, no. In there, yes. Humza says, would have liked to see Binder start just to see what he's got. We will eventually, don't worry, we will. If we could get another goal or two up here, you never know, Ten Hag might throw him on at 60 minutes. Ten Hag cooking, says Paul. Let him cook. Let him cook. Ben says, I play Mount on the right and have Palestri as backup with only being young. John says, how's the radio going, Jack? It's going great. Really enjoying it, John. Yeah, really enjoying it. Learning the... tonight was my first night now. Obviously, on while there doing the radio show, I was sitting in with the main host, learning the controls and going to ad breaks and volume control and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Have to say, really enjoying it. There's no easy way out. Zach says, how do I watch online without stream? I'm not too sure, to be quite honest with you. Zach. Arsenal for life is in. It says, United finally found their level. You want to mind the gap. You're already 4 points behind City. All of your bullshit talk. We're going to win the league this year. What's the name of the radio station, Jack? It's Kilkenny Community Radio. Community Radio Kilkenny City. CRKC. So it's 88.7, I think, or 88.4 FM. I do a soccer show 6 to 7 on a Tuesday. Just part of a panel there, so really enjoying it. I'm not a radio presenter, Adam, not yet, but an opportunity came up to volunteer for the local community radio, and I know some of the guys that do it, so I put my name in and they took me on. So I'm learning all the ropes and learning how to, control everything and all that kind of stuff with the maybe mindset of potentially having my own show further down the line whenever I'm ready for it. But they're brilliant in there. They're really supportive. Oshin says Rocky 4, what a film. It's probably the best. Is it the best? I think the training montage in it is the best out of all four. And that song, I think, is what is the best Rocky song. There's no easy way. He's in the car. There's no shortcut home. Deadly, boy. I'm going to watch Rocky tomorrow. Rocky 4. Brem says, Arsenal are perennial bottlers. Even Arsenal fans know that. Oshin says, just happened to coincide with a new baby coming. Coincidence? I plead the fifth. Rocky 3 is the best. Clubber Lang, Mr. T. Yeah, probably is. Mr. T. What does he say? Oh, what was Clubber Lang's? Not I pity the fool because that's his obviously, but the one is he has a saying in the movie. Boy, he says something boy. Boy. I can't remember what the actual one is, but yeah. Oisin says Hearts on Fire is the best song in a Rocky film. Running through Russia while Drago gets pumped full of Pogba juice. Yeah, absolutely. Even football with Jack on Kilkenny Community Radio has a ring to it. There you go. I'll make a career out of this one day, hopefully. What do you think of the Creed movies? Says Party Pooper. I watched the first one, I think. I kind of lost interest after that. I think it just kind of dilutes the whole Rocky franchise more than anything else. Oh, yeah, Nick is like, I get no plane, boy. Yeah, that was it. I predict pain. Lots of pain. Man, you were cooking, says Leon. Absolutely. But yeah, closing in on half time here, guys. About 4 minutes to go of normal time. United comfortable enough in this game. Didn't Stallone ask to get written out of the Creed universe to save the Rocky legacy? I don't know. I didn't hear that, to be honest. I think now let me know in the chat because I'm kind of peckish, didn't have any dinner, right? Do we keep the tradition of halftime potatoes or do we go with a potato sandwich? Let me know. Do we keep the tradition of halftime potatoes or do we put them potatoes into 2 slices of bread? Larkins, says Graham. Oh, jeez, I'd love a Larkins. You know, a lot of people on TikTok saying Sambo. Sambo might be the way to go, I think. Good play by Hannibal. Uses his body, gets in front and wins the free. Potato sandwich, says Oisin. Irish pride, Kerrygold, cheese and onion. We'd be Brennan's bread now in this house. Now, I actually prefer Irish pride, but my missus gets the ruling, gets the final vote when it comes to bread. So we've got Brennan's. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do a potato sandwich tonight. Microwave roast dinner, says Owen. I've actually got a couple of enchiladas in the fridge that I made yesterday, but I'm not going doing that. Sully says, love your content. Appreciate it, pal. You alright? What's wrong? Him?
Their dog is broken.
Go on, are you going with him?
Yeah, I can't listen to that.
Dog is whinging again. Here's Palestri now, wins the corner late on here. Happy days. Yeah, let's do a vote. Let's do a poll here real quick. Here we go. Let's get a poll going. See what you think. And whatever the poll says, we'll go with that. Potatoes or potato sandwich. Corner swung in now. Cleared at the near post.
Or you could eat the enchiladas.
I'm not eating enchiladas on stream. She comes in bursting in the door, asks me to eat dinner. Lovely crossfield ball again. Here's Mason Mount now. Great ball in. Oh, Sam Johnson gets a finger to it. Here's Garnacho on the left now. Little 1-2 with Martial. Oh, really good play. And we win a corner out of it. That switch ball to the right hand side is really good. Lovely ball out with Mason Mount. Really teasing the goalkeeper with it. Lovely little 1-2, but the defender gets a good touch. And it's out for a corner. And a beer to wash it down, says Ben. Nah, it's a school day, school night, Ben. You've eaten worse than enchiladas on a live stream. Yeah, that's probably true. It's going to be Mason Mount to swing it in here now. Oh, he goes edge of the box. It's well read. Comes to Delow though. He has a strike as well blocked. United win a throw. What drink? High quality H2O. I mean, if United were as good as Man City and were this comfortable in every game, like, we would literally not talk about United on the channel at all, really, on these lives. We would just be talking about food and Rocky and you know what I mean? Need a... Jesus Christ. Oisin, the way I read that, I thought Rock Shandy was something else. I need a potato sandwich and a shandy. Now that would get messy. Right, we're gonna do a potato sandwich. Potato sandwich. What channel do you watch it on? It's on Sky Sports, guys. Here's Amrabat now, middle of the park. Yeah, does well to win the free. He's doing really well in the middle of the park there, in fairness to him. Where would you get them at this time of night? Where would you get them at this time of year? But yeah, what have we got? About 2.5 minutes to go before half time, guys. 5 minutes added on. Here's Delow now down the right hand side. Ellie, thanks for the gifts. Much appreciated. Hannibal now. Palistri. Hannibal's playing well as well. He's keeping the ball really well, in fairness to him. United keep possession pretty well here. Just seeing down the clock to half time. Just over 60 seconds to go. Do you eat brown bread? I do. I love brown bread. Real butter or spreadable? Can't beat the real... Oh, there is... Spreadable butter is not allowed in my house. So it's not. Where is the TV? Says Naz. Right there. Oh yeah, but... It has to be real Kerrygold. Real Kerrygold butter. At least 2 more goals in this match, says Leon. Sully's off. Good luck, Sully. Take it easy. But yeah, just seeing down the clock here, guys, to half time. We have real spreadable Kerrygold here in the States. It's not real spreadable. There's no such thing as real spreadable. It's either spreadable or it's real butter. One or the other. There's no in between. You know what I mean? Right, there's half time. Let me go make this potato sandwich. Give me a minute and I'll be right back to you. Oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to need a shower after it though. Back in a sec. Oh, baby. Presentation. This is going to be nice. See, it's always a kind of a tricky thing. How do you, pick up your potato sandwich? How do you not let it all fall out of the bottom? Out of this little area here. How do you let it not fall out? And the answer to that question is your pinky fingers. Pinky fingers are vital here now, okay? Just watch the technique. So you pick it up, right? Pinky fingers come around. Now, see where them pinky fingers are underneath? Look, see them here. See them here. Vital. Keeping it all together, a good tight structure, and you're laughing. No loss. No spillage. Tim says cut in half surely. Just wasting time, Tim. Unreal. I mean, potato sandwiches are just unrivaled. They really are. And don't give me any of this shit about King Crisps or anything like that. It's potato. Potato sandwiches. Potato sandwiches, Brennan's bread, Kerrygold butter. Not even 2 hours into my shift and you have me craving a potato sandwich like mad. I do apologise. Everyone is getting hungry now. I apologise, but look. Listen to this crunch. I mean, it's the simple things in life, really, isn't it? Now, we meet a very important part of the potato sandwich now is when you get to that last bit, you've now got to remove the pinky fingers and turn it so you can get in at the corner part. And it's a very tricky maneuver. Here's how I do it. I leave the left pinky finger where it is, and I just slide the right hand around, keeping the bottom of the sandwich as tight as possible so we don't have any fallout at the bottom. And then you can just come in from the side and you're laughing. You know what I mean? Now you've got structure. You've got tight seal on the bottom. I mean, it really is a science. There is a science behind eating potato sandwiches without, having to burn your house down after it because the place is destroyed. And then finally, you get to the end and you've got the final corner. It's good. The final corner's all secure. Potato sandwich in hand. There you go. Now, looking back, I should have placed the plate on my lap, but I didn't. I left it here. So I am quite dirty, but I mean that's the choice you made. You went for a potato sandwich, so you have to deal with the consequences. I'm happy with my decision. And plus, if you're a filthy cunt, you've now got potato in your crotch that you can pick at for an hour, 2, I don't know. Depends how dirty you were. But yeah, let me make things perfectly clear. I will not be having another potato sandwich again live on stream. It's too dirty. So count yourselves lucky. You were here for it. The one and only. Probably the stupidest question, but are you a Protestant? And no, I'm not. Let's see. Patrick says, who's the first manager to be sacked this season? Well, the Sheffield United manager is not on a solid foundation after that 8-0 defeat against Newcastle. So, Pochettino, is he going to last? See, the thing about the teams that have come up, there has been a lot of times where the teams come up have sacked their manager kind of halfway through the season to get that, you kind of get that new manager bounce, and there has been other occasions where teams coming up have stuck with their manager when times have been tough. Like Nottingham Forest, for example. So, it's a hard one to call. Chelsea are awful. They are. They're absolutely awful, in fairness. But yeah. One of the guys who does the radio with me, he's a Chelsea fan, and oh man, as poor as United have been so far this season, the stat that we were talking about today on the radio is crazy. Over the last 35 games, so the start of this season and say the back end of last season for Chelsea, over the last 35 games, which is 3 games short of a full season, they've averaged 0.8 points per game. And that amount of points per game over a full season will get you relegated in every single Premier League season since its inception in 1992. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy, so it is. You wouldn't see this on the United stand, says Aaron. You certainly wouldn't. You certainly wouldn't. These are prime UCC moments. Southside smush, says Brian. What radio are you on? Kilkenny Community Radio. Community Radio, Kilkenny City, it's called. 98.7 FM. We do a football show on Tuesdays between 6 and 7. Did I miss the Sambo? Given insulin to the diabetic scouser, I miss all the good stuff. You can watch it back, Oisín. We kind of give a step-by-step on how to do it without, destroying the place, and technique and all that kind of stuff. So don't worry, it'll be on TikTok tomorrow. Can you post a link when you're on the radio? I will. I certainly will. It's the same link all of the time. It's just you can listen to it online, of course. But remind me next week. I actually won't be doing it next week because this day next week I'll be in Old Trafford for the Galatasaray game. So come on. Will Eric Ten Hag make changes at halftime, do we reckon? Probably not, to be honest. I mean, who have we got on the bench that you could bring on? Binder, maybe. Daniel Gore, Bruno Fernandes. I don't think he'll make changes in minimum 60 minutes, I'd say. Patrick says, do you watch or listen to any of the other United channels on TikTok or YouTube? Yeah, I do. I watch the Stretford Paddock nearly every day. I actually met a load of them up in Dublin. I had a pint with the guys who play for the team, and they're sound lads, in fairness. So yeah, I watch a bit of the United stand every now and again. I watch the United View. So yeah, I watch a good bit of it. Don't get too cocky, baby Sancho might arrive like the real Sancho and ruin everything. Maybe so. Chris says Mrs. UCC is going to put the bosh on you. Yeah. Look, if that happens, that happens. But as long as he does not arrive while I'm over there, that's the main thing. But we've got time. Clewin is in. He says, hello, my mate. I'm supporting your channel from South Africa, Durban. Your channel is awesome. I appreciate it, my friend. Thanks for watching, as always. Much love all the way to South Africa. Newcastle versus City tomorrow for the Cup, says Chris. Be a good game. If you're not in the Labour ward, yeah. Absolutely. What's the score? It's 2-0, guys. Yeah. 2-0 to United. Goals from Garnacho and Casemiro. United playing really well, in fairness to them. Ben says, you will see Jack at halftime running across the pitch to get the exit quicker. Mini Sancho's on the way. How was the Sambo? Delicious. David says, I'm just having a crisp sandwich now, just like you had, mate. There you go. There you go. Tato, if you're listening, you can sponsor me at any time. Doesn't look like any changes for United. Oh, there is a change. Lindelof is on. Alright, so Lindelof is on for Mason Mount. Probably means Amrabat is going up to the middle. So let's have a look here. Let's see, can we get this set up here. So Mount is off. Where's Lindelof? There he is. Lindelof, oh shit. I'm still getting used to this new software. Lindelof and Amrabat into midfield. There we go. Interesting change. Good to see Amrabat moving up into midfield. Anyway, oh shit, I never started the timer. Just all over the gaff. Let's have a look here. Go. But yeah, Lindelof has gone to left back. Amrabat has gone up into midfield. What's the scores? 2-0 to United, guys. Garnacho and Casemiro with the goals. Ten Hag, late coming out to the touchline, having a little whiz for himself, I'd say. Why is Mount off? Look, I would guess it's nothing. I'd say, look, it's his first game back, just getting game time under his belt. He's probably not 90 minutes fit. So, yeah, I'd say it was pre-planned more than anything. Wouldn't be too worried about it. Great midfield play there. Hassling lads and nicking balls and throwing your toe in there. Really good out of Amrabat and Hannibal to win the ball back. Ball in over the top to Martial now. It's good, strong defending. Please smash the like button, guys, if you haven't already done so. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And like I said, anybody that wants to come on live with us tonight on the match reaction on YouTube, if you become an official member of the channel, link is in the description. Go check it out, see the options. And like I said, we're going live from 10 o'clock tonight for the match reaction video. Official channel members can come on and give their opinions with us. Love to see some new faces. If you do want to come on, again, there is no pressure. You don't have to if you don't want to. But I'm sure the usual crew will be there. Ben, Oshie and Chris. Really enjoyable, really laid back. So if you do want to come on, give your opinion, check out the link in the description. Lovely first touch by Palestri. He's been very bright, Palestri, tonight, in fairness to him. Casemiro now, tried a crossfield ball, nobody there, just got his angles wrong. Here's Crystal Palace now coming down the left-hand side. Yeah, good tackle by Delo. Stood up well. Casemiro scored a good header, says Killian. He certainly did. Peter says Amrabat looks classy. He's playing well, in fairness to him now, I have to say. I've been happy with what I've seen so far. Polo says, don't say much, do you, pal? This is obviously your first time here. Owen says, hey Jack, inspired by your Tato sandwich, had one of me on. There you go. Telling you. Tato. Hook me up with some sponsorship. Here's Garnacho now on the left. Strong. Well done, Lindelof. Good play, boy. But yeah, this is what it's all about now. I mean, if you're looking at, you know, going 2-0 up at half time and having a boring second half because we control the game, I will take that every week. So I will. Absolutely every week I will take that. And I think that's kind of what Erik ten Hag is looking for. He's looking for control in games. You know, we've struggled to score an awful lot of goals ever since Ten Hag came. You know, obviously Rashford scored an awful lot last season, but outside of that, we were quite shy on goals. We also are quite shy this season on goals. So, I think once Manchester United do go a couple of goals up like this, we do find it quite easy to control games, keep possession, you know. Ben with the gifted membership, appreciate it as usual, pal. Thanks for the support as always. Blazing Zari, welcome to the members club. But thanks for the support as always, Ben. It's much appreciated, my friend. Here's Lindelof now coming down the left-hand side. He has Garnacho outside, goes inside to Martial, who goes back to him. Lindelof wasn't expecting it to come back to him. And it goes out for a goal kick. Vaughn, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. But yeah, United picking up where they left off. Controlling the game. Happy days. What's the crack with Rashford in the car crash after Saturday night? Yeah, no issues at all, Ushin. I think it was a slight, well, not a slight, because it looked like Rashford's back bumper was completely fucked in one of the corners. But yeah, everybody is grand. No issues with it at all. Could you imagine the jump in his insurance next year after crashing that car? Let's see. User Graham Mano says, a ray of sunshine, positivity. Love it. Kieran says, Amrabat solid, Hannibal solid. Absolutely. Graham, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. But yeah, midfield has been good tonight, in fairness. Johnny Evans is coming on. He's having a chat with the gaffer. Probably come on for Varane, you would expect. Ben says, I'm sure he'll struggle to pay the insurance. Yeah, I doubt it somehow or another. Johnny Evans having a chat with Eric Ten Hag on the sideline. Looks like he's going to be coming on. Maguire actually looks good for once, says Gingy. Yeah, he's had a decent game, in fairness to him. Yeah, credit where credit is due. Here's Garnacho now. Casemiro. United working the ball up well up the field. Amrabat now wide right, has a bit of space. Goes for a low cross. Comes to Casemiro on the edge. Little chip ball to the back post. Martial! 3-0. There we go. Really, really good goal. And United have been dominating possession again in this second half. Martial makes it 3-0. Really, really good goal. So well worked. There's an awful lot of passes here throughout this build-up. And Amrabat on the right-hand side gets the cross in. That's blocked first time. It eventually comes to Casemiro. The crowd are asking him to shoot, but he doesn't. He sees Martial pulling off at the back post. Finds a little bit of space. Lovely ball by Casemiro in around the back. And Martial hits it first time with his left foot and absolutely buries it in the far left-hand corner. Is he onside? Let's have a look here. Let's just double check. Yeah, he's a mile on. First time left-footed strike. Buries it in the side netting. 3-0 to United. Game over. Now make the changes, Eric. All you want. All you want. Great goal. Great work up. Go on. Casemiro showing his class as party pooper. Absolutely. Ushin says, MUTV commentary comparing United to the Dutch total football team. I know they're paid to be biased, but sweet holy Jesus, yeah. I know. Hopefully gives Martial the boost he needs now, says Josh. Stephen says, I've said before, we play better without Rashford and Bruno, my opinion. Here's Garnacho coming now on the left-hand side now. Needs a bit of support, gets it with Amrabat. But happy days, yeah, United are just cruising here, has to be said, absolutely cruising. Vala says, the manager walked in, I had to throw away my phone. Who scored the third goal? Was it any good? Lovely, lovely goal. Martial scored it, lovely cross in. Here's Martial again now. But yeah, Casemiro with a beautiful cross to the back post. Martial hit it first time, buried it. Really good goal. Cass has the freedom to cook with Amrabat. Yeah, I mean, there you go. You know, not listening for a safety whistle with Scott McTominay. You know what I mean? Joe says, my young lad Tom 9 asking who's your man of the match. Tom, I would say so far my man of the match is probably going to be... I'd probably go with Casemiro so far, Tom, if I'm being honest with you. I think either Casemiro or Pellistri. I think both have been really, really good so far. So yeah, either of them. And Amrabat maybe is a close third. But yeah, probably Casemiro, I would say. Chris says, if Varane comes off, does he give the captain's armband to Casemiro? That's a really good point. You know, no Bruno, no Varane. Who does he give the captain's armband? It's a really good point. Does he give it to Harry Maguire? Or has he been told, don't fucking give him that? Oh, lovely first touch by Garnacho with his head. Gets on the ball really good. Oh, lovely little step over. Oh, just a little bit too much. Needed the cross. Jared is in. Good to see ya. Owen says, thoughts on Angry Ginge? Yeah, I like him. Seen some of his clips on TikTok and all. He's funny. I like watching his match day vlogs. Maguire coming off. No handshake with the manager. Wait, now is Maguire off? No, it's Varane off. Varane and Amrabat is going to make way as well. Really, really good game out of Amrabat for Dan Gore. Great to see Dan Gore making his senior debut. Really good stuff. I will not be putting him up on the screen because I don't have him. I need to make a Dan Gore player for the screen. But brilliant performance out of Amrabat. Great to see. And to be honest, delighted to see him come off after 60 minutes. Let's get him back. Let's get him healthy gradually. You know what I mean? So happy days. But it does mean that Casemiro is going to play another 90 minutes. But anyway, let's get Johnny Evans on for Varane. Johnny Evans, number 77. Even though he's not number 77, but I'm not making a new Johnny Evans. Okay, let me change that from that to that as well. Who's captain today? Varane was captain. He's gone off. I don't know who has the armband. Did Casemiro take the armband? Let me know in the chat. Does anybody know? Casemiro with the armband, Chris says. So there we go. Yeah, so happy days. Steve, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. John, thanks for the follow. Man United, thanks for the follow. User, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, guys. Much appreciated. Oshin in there with the follow as well. Much appreciated, Oshin. Oshin says, at what point does the penny drop from Maguire? Preferably from a height in the middle of his head. Yeah. We don't condone violence. Good to see Dan Gore making his first team debut, or senior debut here as well. Mark says, Casemiro man of the match for me. Henry says, where's Ericsson and McTominay? Night off, I'd say. That reminds me, guys, I'm closing the Fantasy Football League as well. So if anybody wants to join our league that hasn't already done so on YouTube, the link is on my homepage. I'm going to be closing the league. I'm actually going to close it now in about 5 minutes while I remember it. So yeah, if you do want to join the United Community Channel League, you've got 5 minutes. What's the prize again for the winner? So the prize, guys, is a replica jersey of your choice. At the end of the season, whoever wins our league gets a replica jersey of their choice. So whatever you want. If it's Man United, 1988 away jersey, which I've got somewhere, or whatever, you know what I mean? So yeah, make sure you join. You've got 5 minutes. New stickers, says Chris. Let me have a look, Chris, because I don't think we've got enough members to allow me to create some new stickers. Let me just have a look here and we'll see. Because they give you new stickers and new member stickers and all that kind of stuff. The more official members you have on the channel. So let me have a look and we'll see. Customization. Emojis. Yeah, so I need 7 more channel members before they allow me to have any more stickers. So yeah, once we get 7 new channel members, we'll pop a new one and we'll make it Highland. What, the red shirt? Yeah, that's the real one. Yeah, that's not a green screen now. We're working off the real shirt this time. That one right there. I got you a real one. You did. In fairness. With a questionable name on the back. Score is 3-0 to Manchester United, guys. We've got goals from Garnacho, from Casemiro, and from Anthony Martial. Really positive performance by United tonight, in fairness. Palace on the attack here now, edge of the box. Klein drives it a mile over the bar. That's what you get for playing for Liverpool once in your life. Max, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Spurs and Liverpool Saturday night. That'll be a right game, so it will. Name, I'll put the name in the chat. What's on the back of the jersey? There it is, right there. Look. Oh, good chance, good save. Good save by Onana there. United lose the ball right on the edge of their box. Yeah, it's a really good save with his feet by Onana. Had to move him fast, in fairness. A lot of pace behind the shot. Good save by Onana. Hannibal, he's having a good game, in fairness to him. Not seen it. Can we have a look, Jack? Are you surprised we didn't play the Turkish keeper, says Jared? Yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't think it makes an awful lot of difference. I mean, there's going to be a lot of football, lads, between now and the African Cup of Nations. He'll get a chance to show his worth, I'm sure. Switch the green and gold and red one a couple of times. You're fucking hard worked a lot, ye, so you are. You're hard work. What minute are we on? We're on, just gone on to the 69th minute as we speak. So we've got 21 to go. That's fast maths. Yes. JC, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Who's playing well for United? I mean, it would be easier for me to tell you who's not playing well, or it'd be quicker for me to tell you who's not playing well. It's not in anyone, really. I think everybody is having a good game. Even Harry Maguire. Donny is coming on for Hannibal. Delighted to see Donny getting a run, in fairness. Hannibal coming off. Really good performance by Hannibal, in fairness to him. Have we got Van de Beek? Jeez, I don't have Donny in there either. Fuck. Right, I've got to update my players. Let me just leave Hannibal on. Anyway, it's starting 11. Fuck it. Brilliant display. Eric Ten Hag giving him a rub, giving him a slap in the back of the head. Smiles all round. Happy days. Great performance by Hannibal. Oshin says, don't ruin his continuity. Oh, nearly another goal there. Don't ruin his continuity, guys. He won't be able to edit a highlight reel. There's a man who knows what he's talking about now. Corner comes in. Johnny Evans with another header. Oh, it's a good save by the keeper. Now, it's an easy header. No real challenge. Poor defending. Johnny is desperate for a goal. Murphy, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Graham, thanks for the follow. Thirsty Drip 06, thanks for the gift. Did you just say Harry's having a good game? Yeah, he is. He's having a good game. Here's the law now. Loads of space to run into. Johnny Evans will sign a contract extension by Christmas. 3 more years. I hope not. I love Johnny Evans, but I hope not. Niall says, I'm loving when we lose possession. The lads are chasing it down. Miss that. Yeah, it's great. It's great to see the likes of Garnacho, Palestri, Hannibal, these young, hungry players. You need them in your team. It gives everybody a lift. You know, it really does. Derek says, just finished work, caught the Martial goal. Who got the other two? Garnacho and Casemiro, Derek. Christian says, do you think Chelsea are fecked? Well, they're not in a good place, in fairness. And the run of games, Christian, that they've got over the coming weeks and months up until Christmas are not easy. I mean, I don't know. Unless Pochettino pulls a few rabbits out of the hat. I don't know. And Harry by. Good tackle. Tim says they need to be in the team every week, full of energy. The youth, yeah, I'd agree. Now, look, I wouldn't be putting the pressure on them to be in there constantly, all of the time, you know. But I would be playing them maybe a lot more than Ten Hag is doing at the moment. Highland is going to come on here. He's ready to go. Over. Oh, it's gone. Will we see them fight for relegation, says Owen, or will Pochettino last till Christmas, says Oshin. Both valid points. We were talking about it again tonight. I was talking about it with a Chelsea fan tonight on the radio, and he doesn't even know whether he'll make it till Christmas. I mean, you're based off of results more than anything else. And with the money they've spent, if you can't get results, you don't keep your job. So I think Pochettino will struggle to keep his job between now and the end of the year. So Highland is on for Martial, guys. Here we go. Martial off, Highland on. Oh, Rasmus Highland. Irish Milkman and Kids, thanks for the follow. What a great username. Eamon, thanks for the follow as well. Much appreciated. Jay says, Maguire has been very good tonight. Are you allowed compliment him? Yeah, no. I always compliment any player who does well for United, and I'll criticise if they haven't played well. You know, it's just what we do. But Maguire has played well tonight. Like everybody. Everybody has played well. There hasn't been a bad performance, which is what we want to see more of, really, isn't it? Wait, you're on the radio too? Yeah, I've dropped it in enough times tonight, haven't I? It's only because we're talking about Chelsea and the guy on the radio that I'm on as well, that radio show that I do, the radio show on the radio, he's a Chelsea fan as well. Johnny Evans steps over the halfway line with the ball and just the crowd ask him to shoot. Brilliant. Maguire is very solid player, but he's just not good enough for us, and the reason we give him stick is that he chose his wallet over integrity and stayed at the club where he isn't wanted. Yeah, it doesn't. That literally hits the nail exactly on the head. So it does. Let's see. BX, thanks for the follow. Socrates, thanks for the follow as well. Mr. Bean says, how long have you supported United? Since I was born, 1989. No other choice in my family. Where can you listen to your radio show, says Darren? 98.7 FM. It's Kilkenny Community Radio, so obviously if you're in the Kilkenny area you'd pick it up, but you can listen to it online as well. Community Radio Kilkenny City. We're on from Tuesday nights between 6 and 7. Deadly picture. There's a picture on. There's a picture on. Let me see. Can I share it here with you? Just seen a picture on Twitter. It's brilliant. Look at that. What a brilliant picture. What a brilliant picture. Let's hope we see more of the two of them together. That's what you want to see. So it is, in fairness. That's what you want to see. What was the picture? It was just a picture of Amrabat and Casemiro. Guys, sorry, I can put them up on the screen on YouTube or live over there as well. If you want to come over and check us out, link is on the homepage. It's a picture of Casemiro and Amrabat together. It's a really good picture. Too much headroom in the frame. All right there. All right. Chill out. I should have cropped it before I put it up. My apologies. But yeah, this time next week it'll be in Old Trafford. Oh, hopefully we'll be battering Galatasaray 3 or 4-0. Looking forward to it now. Couple of pints of Guinness in Mulligan's. Woohoo! Let's see. Amaz, thanks for the follow. Let's see. Who else have we got there? Wayne, thanks for the follow as well. Much appreciated. Richie says, me too, buddy. Good stuff, Richie. Hope you enjoy it, man. Rob says, person of the match. You mean man of the match? Man of the match, probably Casemiro. I would have to say he's dominated the centre of the park there, in fairness to him. Now, Hannibal and Pellistri, very, very close behind him, but I would probably give it... I kind of feel bad giving it to Casemiro when, you know, a couple of the youngsters probably deserve it as well. But, yeah, I think Casemiro has been top-notch. I think he's been top-notch. Harper says, pressing as a team, nice little one-touch passing, great to see. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Lovely little 1-2. Casemiro and Highland. Here's Pellistri now. Still looking dangerous. 1-2 again. Takes a shot. It's blocked. Watching from Salou. Wouldn't miss it, bud, says Sean. Good to see you, Sean. Appreciate you watching. Richie, thanks for the follow. Gore looks very comfortable on the ball. He does. He certainly does. Doesn't look out of place at all there. Now again, he's coming into a team that's winning 3-0 as well. But he certainly doesn't look out of place. Guys, make sure you're sticking around for the match reaction video as well. We're going to be live straight away after this game. To do it, anybody that's watching on YouTube, just stay where you are. Once I end the stream, you'll automatically move over to the lobby of that one. If you want to come on and give your opinions, you can do so if you're an official member. If you want to become an official member, the link is in the description of the video. Any official members, you know where the link is by now. It's on the community tab on the YouTube homepage. So just click on that. We'll be doing it in about 10 minutes time. 10, 12 minutes time. So yeah, anybody on TikTok as well. If you want to get involved in the match reaction, get over to YouTube. We're live over there as well at the moment. Link is on my homepage. Justin says, I know Erasmus needs game time, but bringing him on is just bullying. What? Nah, man. He's after playing a shitload of minutes over the last few games. The reason he's been brought on is because Martial is probably still not fully match fit. So you need to protect these players once you go 3-0 up, for example, like we have tonight, you know. Brem says, if you watch Donny van de Beek, he makes all the right runs, just not found. He needs more game time, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to get it, though, Brem. That's the problem. Hutchin says, I agree, it should be man of the match, but if the channel gets suspended, I'll have to spend time with the wife. I know I wants that. There you go. Here's Dallon out with a strike. Good block. Good block. Ah, well done, Donny. Ah, no, he won the ball, ref. Josh says Amrabat with 72 touches in one half. Yeah. Will it be this easy again on Saturday? No, it won't, because both teams will probably have stronger starting 11s. Surely he's offside. Crystal Palace are in here now. Maguire's getting back. Oh, great save by Onana. The follow-up. Oh, pulled wide of the mark. Flag doesn't go up. He was probably onside, but a brilliant save by Onana. He's made a couple of really good saves tonight, in fairness to him. Oh, he was on. Johnny Evans kept him on. Yeah, good save by Onana. 2 good saves with his feet now. I love the way we were going to play 2 different teams against Palace, because they do not know how our tactics are. Yeah, well, there's always a certain amount you try and hold back if you're playing a team back-to-back like that. You know, you don't want to give too much away in the first game and then, you know, get caught on the second time round, you know, so... Yeah, just... What have we got? Just over 4 minutes to go. Here's Palestri now. Cuts in on his left. The one little criticism I would have on Palestri, tends to not use his left foot as much as you'd like. Like, he's coming in there on his right-hand side, off the right-hand side, and he's trying to flick balls with the outside of his right through the channels rather than playing it with his left. Score is 3-0 to United, guys. Goals from Garnacho, Casemiro and Anthony Martial. Oh, here's Palestri now. Oh, nice little swivel. Yeah, just gives a foul away. Really unlucky, but really positive running from him. I hope this is the start of something. I know it's only Crystal Palace, but still says yes. Well, look, every game matters, especially when you're building momentum and building confidence and team morale and all that kind of stuff. Every game matters. And, you know, it's good to see that we've scored 3 goals tonight. And we've kept this hopefully, if we see it out now between now and the end, will be our second clean sheet in a row. So, yeah, all positive. Oh, lovely running by Dan Gore there. Plays in Rasmus. Oh, the defender just gets a toe and it goes for a corner. Really positive play by Dan Gore there. Looks strong as well, in fairness to him. I'm tired. How much is a season ticket for United? Says Bricky. Well, I've got a cup season ticket, and the season ticket covers... Lovely ball in by Delo. Comes to Lindelof on the edge. Oh, what a strike! Oh, great save. Second ball, it's bobbling around. Anybody there? Oh, no, Lindelof again. Goes wide to Garnacho. He has a strike. Oh, another brilliant save. Corner. Good stuff by United. Well, my season ticket cost £220, I think, was it? And that only covers the 3 Champions League games, the 3 group stage Champions League games. I think it was £220, whatever it was anyway, in around that. And then any home game that you get in the knockout stages of the Champions League, if you get there, or any home draws, like I had a ticket tonight for this game. because I'm a Cup season ticket, so I automatically get it. But you get it at a discounted rate, depending on what competition it is or the importance of the game. So yeah, I could have been at this game tonight, but obviously I'm going to the game next week. So yeah. Colin, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Only 3 Champions League tickets. Yeah, so the 3 Champions League games, yeah. I think it was 200. I'd have to double check it. Let me have a look here. See can I dig out the email. Sorry, it wasn't. It was cheaper than that. It was £168. £168 in total for the Cup season ticket. Here's Garnacho now, cuts in on his right, looking for a strike. Good defending. 3 minutes of added time. No, it's not. It's not bad at all. No, it's not. It's actually quite reasonable, especially the fact that it's Champions League. Like, we paid the same last year, but it was obviously Europa League, you know. So the fact that we're paying the same amount, I think it went up by a fiver or something like that. But and we're getting Champions League games instead of Europa League games. It's not bad at all. It really isn't. Garnacho wins the free. He's played well tonight, in fairness to him. He's worked his nuts off. But stick with us, guys. Anybody watching on TikTok, make sure you get over to the YouTube channel if you want to watch the match reaction live that we're going to be doing. Going to be talking about the game. I've got some talking points here that we're going to go through. Generally about 20 minutes to a half an hour we'll do it for. So if you want to get involved in that, get involved in the chat, switch over to YouTube. We do it only on YouTube. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel. Head over there, hit subscribe, and get involved in the chat. But yeah, 90 seconds to go, guys. Was it hard to get the season tickets? Were you on a waiting list? So I'm actually still on the waiting list for full season tickets. I've been on the waiting list for like 6 or 7 years. And when the Cup season tickets came out, because I was on the waiting list for the full season tickets, I got priority access. But I don't know how hard it is to get them, because one of my mates, he got one as well, and he wasn't on the waiting list, so I'm not too sure. Chris with the 10 gifted memberships, absolute legend. Really appreciate it, pal. What an absolute legend. 10 gifted memberships there in the chat. Who have we got? Owen, Niall, Bover, Cahill, Luke, DJ, Paul, Abdullah, Taig, and Charlie. Welcome to the membership club. I appreciate it. Absolute quality, Chris. Absolute legend. Really appreciate it. Now we'll get a new sticker. You certainly will. You certainly will, my friend. Appreciate it. Absolute legend. But yeah, so guys, anybody that's after getting here's Palestri. Strike is well blocked. Anybody that's here live with us, there's the full-time whistle, guys. 3-0 to Manchester United. Really good performance, really professional display. Job done. Happy days. Happy days. But guys, anybody that is just after maybe being gifted a membership, if you are there watching and you do want to come on live with us now in 3 or 4 minutes, give your opinion on the game, if you go to the homepage of my YouTube channel, you'll see the tabs all across the top. On the community tab, the first post there has the link to join us on screen. So if you want to do that, by all means do. Come get involved. make sure your camera is on and all that good stuff. And obviously, you have to be over 18. So if you want to get involved, please do. Guys, if you give me 2 or 3 minutes, I'll see you over on the match reaction video. Like I said, anybody watching on YouTube, stay where you are. Once I end the stream, you'll automatically move over. Anybody watching on TikTok, if you want to get involved in the match reaction, head over to YouTube. We're going to be doing that now in 2 or 3 minutes time. Link is on my homepage. Paul, thanks for the gifts. But thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I'll see you on the match reaction in a minute.